They're backing up the other because they can't fight. They can't start a fight. So this is the big reason that Li Ming dying is so bad. You can't start a fight 5v4. You just can't. If someone dies immediately at the beginning of a fight, that fight's over. It's just over. Your job as a team at that point is just to leave, just to disengage. Unless you're MVP Black, in which case you can occasionally win weird 3v4s. I don't even know how they do that. I'm gonna be honest. I've watched those replays and I'm just like, this doesn't make any sense. The moment someone dies on your team, unless you're about to secure a kill, you're going to secure a kill in the next second and a half. Your job is now to leave. You've lost that fight. That fight's over. Oh. So I've never talked about this before on stream, but it's actually a fundamental rule in the game, which I think is pretty interesting. And it has to do with experience and being behind. Has to do with experience and being behind. If you lose every single team fight, but follow the rule that you disengage as soon as one person dies, and if you soak every single lane consistently, and do your best never to miss any soak, and you have comparable wave clear to your opponents, you will never be more than 2 levels behind. You will never be more than 2 levels behind. Which is really important, because if you're never more than 2 levels behind, at most, you're 2 levels from fighting on an even talent tier. Right? So this is a pretty good example. All 3 forts are gone. Red team has gotten 2 basically uncontested turn-ins. Red team has 10 kills to 5. And because Marsh constantly rotated to make sure the team didn't miss soak, and because Rhaegar was a god in the top lane and kept double soaking, we actually haven't talked about this. Rhaegar was double soaking top every time his team was making a bad decision. We probably should have talked about that more, but Rhaegar was actually double soaking top with Lightning Shield every time his team was making a bad decision. If you soak every single lane, you will never be more than 2 levels behind, which means you're never more than 2 levels from taking an even fight in terms of talent tiers. If you're ever more than 2 levels behind, you didn't soak correctly, and that's your fault. Being behind can be the result of bad decisions. Being more than 2 levels behind is the result of fundamentally misplaying the game. Even against Grandmaster players. Even against Grandmaster players. I had a game in Team League where it was me and some Platinum Diamond players against nothing but Grandmasters. And we lost the game, but we were never more than 2 levels behind. We were never more than 2 levels behind. So, if you're losing a fight, leave the fight. You don't stay. And yes, unsuspected, you're